Hello and welcome to the Midweek... Oh, hang on. Sorry. Hello and... No, actually, hang on. Sorry, I'm not quite there. How's that? No, hang on. Hello and welcome to the Midweek Memo. Sorry, all these cameras and tripods is quite a challenge keeping our balance. Keeping Our Balance is the name of the current sermon series we're in. And this week, we're thinking about fellowship. How do we ensure, as a healthy church, we have fellowship? Well, this Sunday, I shared with you the idea that fellowship is a three-way thing. John 1:1-3 talks about fellowship being between us and each other, and us and God. It's like a triangle. God, me, and you. And here's the thing. Look what happens when I draw God and me closer together. It brings you and me and you and God closer together as well. Well, I wonder, which of those 3 points is your strongest? Perhaps you love God. You love spending time in Bible study and prayer and meditation and pursuing God. But frankly, you struggle a bit with church. You can't quite see the point of drawing out into the lives of others. Now, I guess, in a sense, that's no great surprise. If the gospel teaches us anything, it teaches us that we're all sinners. And so joining together in a relationship with a whole bunch of sinners, well, it's never going to be plain sailing. But here's the thing. The God you so love, the God you pursue, he has made you not just for himself, but also for them. As he draws you to himself, he will be inviting you, he will be encouraging you to step back out and towards your brothers and sisters in Christ, to be transformed by them in the same way that they are in the business of transforming you by God's power to be more like Christ. If that's you, seek fellowship in the church. Perhaps that's through a small group, perhaps that's through a little prayer triplet. It could be any number of different contexts. Seek fellowship. Then again, perhaps you're the other way around. You've got that connection with one another down. You love all the people in church, but it's the connection to God that's more difficult. And that too is fair enough. Others we can see, but God is invisible. And yet for you, I think it's good to remember that God longs to draw close to you. In fact, as you come to know God, he will show himself to be an even better friend than any other human being that you can imagine. In Christ, his beautiful, unconditional love will draw you into the most fantastic, deep relationship of fellowship with him. And alongside that, there's another great blessing. When we draw closer to God, the relationships around us change. When we put God deliberately, naturally, right at the heart of our relationships with one another, well, then those relationships change. And our fellowship becomes more full of joy, love, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and self-control, and so many other things. If that's you, I'd love to encourage you. Seek fellowship with the Lord as you seek it with one another. Perhaps I could close with those verses from 1 John 1-3. We proclaim to you what we have seen and heard, so that you also may have fellowship with us. And our fellowship is with the Father and with his Son, Jesus Christ. I look forward to seeing you in the coming days. Perhaps the first time for that will be 8 p.m. this evening. Do join us at Prayer at the Centre on Zoom. A link to that will be in the email for this midweek memo and also last Friday's email. Prayer is the engine room of our church, and it's fantastic and important to gather together, pray for the ministry, and also pray for what's going on further afield. Secondly, this Sunday, we've got our regular Sunday morning service, but it's an all-together service, so it'll be a fantastic opportunity, particularly for the families to come and join us. So here's an invite out to you, and particularly for you, if you haven't been in church yet since the pandemic, come and join us on Sunday morning. We'll be led by Sheridan and Claire and Mike in an all-together service, and we'll be able to worship together here in the building. See you then. Thanks for joining us.